You know what's going on. You're into it. That's a dog that's feeling like you can make some things happen. So, if you could just show me the pieces that you've built already, or show me like what you've built. Yeah.
Is this going to interfere with any future or current visual exercises?
No, it's contextual. You train it for a couple weeks and you move on. Generally, I've got this trained before I would be doing any hand signals with my dogs. But,
I got you covered.
so, yeah, just show me what you have been doing with you.
I'm going to go back to lowering it.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sense the pieces you got.
Let's go.
That's. I mean, the dog's got some really nice action.
Yes. Good job. Oops, sorry. Get it. Hey. Oh. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yes.
The movement's lovely. What that dog is doing, the expression is lovely. She's using, you guys see this up here to help the dog along, that's fine. I'm not, the clockwork game can surely help, and so the clockwork game is we talked about standing in front of the dog, getting him off the hands. All this stuff doesn't matter, it's through the eyes. You quickly approximate yourself to the sides, the dog learns that none of this stuff matters, they need to look here. That's the game. And the reason that I think it would be worth going through would be it's not going to affect this negatively, that's for sure. It's only going to have a positive impact if it has any impact at all on this. And that's because it's out of movement. It's not contextually, it's completely different than what's going on here. This experience here is wildly different than this a little bit more tamed, regiment, clockwork stuff that we go. There's no movement. The dog's like, yeah, I like it, but it's not hanging out like that. So we can play with that. I just always look at why we would do that and how it would affect these pieces. Right now, you're going to try to get this out of the picture. And if you're holding the leash here and you're using this here, actually keep the leash here, it might be fun if you could even keep it out of the picture for a moment while you're ready for the
Yeah,
picture.
what have you been doing?
Cool. Good.
Oh,
And-
the leash? No.
no, your hand. Your hand. But it would be the dog is moving in heel. Yes, this hand goes away, the dog moves in heel. Yes, the left hand can come in to support. But if you go through the clockwork pieces, the left hand then is not going to start drawing significant or affecting significant positions because the dog knows to look at the face and not be affected by it. So she could remove this one, have the power to reward with this one who's not even in the picture. Effectively, the dog could be moving like that while you stare at your face despite that your hands are moving. You create movement, we can get the hands out of the picture, secure, this is the focal point which the dog moves under in this area. So let's just play the game once. I don't think we'll insert it in the movement, but that's another. First thing, does the dog have a sit state? Can you walk the circle around?
Sit. Sit.
Yeah. He is lovely. Really good. And say good, go back in, you can feed him right in place there. Good. From the front, could you have two pieces of food in your hand? Could you draw them your face, draw them off to the side, and go, hey, can you focus on me, or you look at the food? This is where you terminally mark, so you have to end with termination. You have to go, yes. Maybe just take a step back and let them get there.
You don't get a negative marker?
No, just let them find it. That's perfect. And that's it, that's the delicacy.
Yes.
Beautiful, good for you. You know, under experience, he just doesn't know he's been tracking hands for so long. So I can teach him how to track hands.
Yes.
Beautiful. Nice music. You'll get it fast. He's smart. You can just start here. he's getting it. It's like, don't look at the hands, look at the face. That's it. Simple, focused stuff. What you might consider doing as just one different step is, here you go. Yes! And back up and just invite it in. There's a couple of things you could consider teaching this. Like, some dogs get really hung up, say, on one hand. You might look at this one a lot. If that's the case, once he finds my eyes, I might go, yes, and reward to the left side, just to offset him. So I'm doing this, the dog's looking at my left, yes, reward to the right. So they go, I have no idea what's going on here. That's why you keep food in both, so you have the options to do it. Just play a little bit more.
Yes!
Cool. And breaking them out is a way to add a little bit of energy to it, and it totally resets the rep. And it makes the experience of when they find the correct solution, the behavior, a little bit better.
He's volunteering to scoop. Oh, he's trying to figure out this.
Oh, yeah. And that's like, probably just like in here, if she puts in a sit with young dogs that are working good, nice sit. Just going to honor that and reward that behavior. Bring the hands up to the nose. Bring them up to the side. Brains melt.
Yes!
Beautiful. There's nothing wrong with calling attention to your face with hello, hey, watch if you haven't.
Yeah.
Generally, like if I'm working this with a dog, they don't have watch yet, so I can't use it. I could use something and they might find my face and I go, yay, and mark it, capture it, and then, yeah, chances. So put them off to the side and you keep practicing. This game can be fun.
Oh.
Remind them, sit. Say good, sit, place.
Yes!
Perfect, cool. This guy sits, stays, finding the face. Here's the, we went through the evolution of it yesterday. He's just not ready. It is fine. I think you should go through it. I think it's working. But the pieces would be, pretty soon she's drawing her hands from her face and he doesn't even follow the hands. He's like, that doesn't work. It's a poor strategy. I stay here. And you're like, yes, now I got it. Right? So then it's, keep them up. And keeping them far out to the side lets you see the dog's choice. If this option is here and this option is here and the correct one is here, you clearly see, that's right, that's it. Mark it. If they're here, it's like, wait, did you make the right choice? I'm not sure. So the next step is just to add a little bit of subtle movement we talked about yesterday. So the dog is sitting, good boy, nice sit. Here's a piece of food for sitting. Ready? We're going to do this thing. The dog looks at the hands. You don't stop moving them because they're going to feel in control a little bit of that. Or it's going to be too interesting if they look, it stops. They look back, you stop. Look back. Right? That's going to be its own training. When they look at the hand, it's mild movement. It's like it's laying. It's too boring. And if they look at the hand, just keep it going. And when they find the face, say yes, click and move. Just keep the movement going. And then once you've got a place where they can they just focus on the face despite what your hands are doing, should be a number of like maybe 3-4 sessions, depending on how fast you can work. Then you take this is why the sit stay is important. This is why circling the dog and sit stay is important. The dog sits, you say, stay, you take a step. Now the dog is facing this way, but you're sort of facing it, and you go. And you repeat the pieces. You can start from blank, yes, reward, add movement, yes, reward, and the dog's like, I got it, same game from front. You go, great, sit, stay. And then you move yourself almost to the heel. You practice the same game. And now they're looking at the side of your face. So now you're establishing a focal point at the side of your face. They're looking up. As I said yesterday, I don't know if this is confusing. I think this is really useful for us if you heal naturally, like the eye heals or the wrist works. This is a really important step. Once you get to this third and fourth step around the clock, the fourth step is official heel position. This one is just one step away. This is where I reward exclusively from the left hand. Now I'm setting up for my reward placements. I'm affecting the head because my hand is up here. My hand is up here, and the dog is looking at the side of my face here. Well, they care about the reward coming from the left hand. So they'll still look here because they're good strategists, so they've learned that this is the path by which they get paid. But my yes then comes in right here. So they look and they turn their head to meet reward, and that's what gets this really upright head position. Because they're playing the odds. They go, I'm going to watch that, but I'm waiting for that a little bit. And so this hand out here, it's totally what you can't do in like, it's not what healing is going to look like. But right now, we're just exaggerating things to build like a memory of the muscles and a head position, a body position that we want. And then once we get into healing, we can do all this stuff. The dog is just staring bird and holes in our face because we've been smart about approximating the pieces. Yes. Now put your reward placement. And separately, you can teach the dog that you hold them by the chest and you teach them to trust your right hand. So by the time you get here, you go, yes. And now they go, oh my gosh, the reward placement comes into place here, which just further solidifies head position. I love this stuff. Right? That was taught. That happens here. They become like real engineers. They think they're making a machine themselves. Is that clear? Is any of it, any parts of it not clear? Cool. It makes sense? Would you do that with your dog? The clockwork game, you do that with your dog? You should do that with your dog. You're going to say.
I was going to ask, when the dog decides with your hands out here, what do you reward? Do you back up and
No, I would just reward and place it. That's a great question. We're talking about these dynamic reward events, right? In this game here, just to get it moving along and get the reps in, like when I'm finally in heel, the dog knows to ignore the hands, they can do all this stuff. Woohoo! Right? And just, yes! Now this rewards and the dog's head is like upright. I want to get to the point where I can be in heel position, the hands go back, I go, yes, and I just feed directly overhead. And the hand comes in. The hand comes in sort of by the outside. That's what keeps the dog's head up and tilted to the outside. Okay. It's stuff you can work in your kitchen too, and it's fun. It's like just a little and just for you, this is I think the benefit. When she is then moving in heel with this beautiful movement, if she's built these pieces away, she can trust or at least feel a bit more secure that when she does go hands on the picture, the dog knows how to stay moving and watch the face. And she can even have it on cue then. At this point when the dog's doing it well, it's like, hey, watch, yes. Decide, watch, good, yes. The dog goes, watch is associated with this behavior right here, cool. Dog looks at the hands, watch, yes. And then from the side, watch, beautiful, nice, watch, yes. Reward placements. And healing, good, watch, nice, yes. Big reward placement, they go and get it. Hands are irrelevant. Forget the hands, it's all about staring at this lady's face. And move them like you can. Any questions on that? I don't know if you would. I would encourage you to play. Yeah, because I know that you've made beautiful healing for your other dog, I'm sure you've trained multitude of other dogs before, but it's just a systematic way to sort of control the renewal of those things. And then just when you get to this position, just know that that's when I get insistent on the board. And generally I'm doing yes. One other thing I would just say is, if your dog knows like a touchpad or a physical, put their feet on something. I play a lot of games where this is just forcing the issue of move past the food in the hand and get into position. But I'll put a perch here, or a touchpad, or a disc, one of those yellow discs, and I'll throw a piece of food. My dog goes and gets it. I'll purposely put this hand in their path with food in it. And then I can have it here too, but this is the one I generally use. They go and get the food, they run back, they put their feet in here, they stare at my face, and I go, yes, and reward. And I just want them to both find heel position, move past a baited hand, because it doesn't matter. What matters is this, which earns that. So it's sort of throwing the reward in their face and saying, will you bypass that to get to here, which actually earns you back to them. That's just a level of discipline I want at a young age. But it's also heel-seeking stuff. It's like, yes, for reward, you could say, get it, then, whatever you want to do it. The dog, reload while the dog's fetching, keep it right here. The dog comes and sniffs the hand. I wouldn't say anything, let them just find it. Yes, that's the powerful piece for them. And then, all right, reload, get it. They go and fetch it. You're all set. They come in, they're like, nice, this dog's coming pretty fast now. Boom, they slam in the heel. Yes. And you're off to the races. Now you got a dog that later on, when you put him to sit, you hold a tug in your hand, you go, hey, heel. They come into heel position, pop, and reward. There you go. I'm going to play with right hand.
Riker is your reward.
She's just just asking if you could do that both ways, like if you could work the clock both ways. And if you want healing on this side and this side, yes. Great, it's like I just get on with it on the left side. Absolutely, because I can both. Yeah, do them both.